Good morning, YouTubians. It's Comics Ghost. Today we have reached a quarter of the way through the cult movie poster, which means today's title is number 25. Directed by Walter Hill, the man behind movies like Brewster's Millions and Red Heat, to name just a couple. This movie is set in the near future and filmed in New York City in 1979. Rated R in America but 15 here in the UK. It's gang versus gangs film, The Warriors. Let's pop this in the player and see what it's all about. The film stars Michael Beck as Swan, James Remar as Ajax, Dorsey Wright as Cleon, David Harris as Cochise, Tom McKitterick as Cowboy, Marcelino Sanchez as Rembrandt, Terry Mikos as Vermin, Thomas G. Waits as Fox, Deborah Van Valkenburg as Mercy, Roger Hill as Cyrus, David Patrick Kelly as Luther, Mercedes Ruehl as the undercover cop, and Lynn Thigpen as the DJ. Gangs from every territory in New York are summoned by Cyrus, who is the leader of the largest gang. They are told to choose 9 members from their gang and attend the summit across town, and they must all come unarmed. The gangs all agree to this and make the journey. Cyrus has a master plan to unite all the gangs together under his sole leadership and rule the city as one force, outnumbering the police. All the attending gangs love the idea and cheer. Unfortunately, one particular gang, the Rogues, run by Luther, have brought guns to the summit and are not in favour of the plan, so they shoot Cyrus and swiftly claim it is the work of the Warriors. The police turn up and the leader of the Warriors, Cleon, is captured by the second in command of Cyrus's gang and beaten to death. In all the confusion, the 8 remaining warriors make their escape into enemy territory. Cyrus's gang, the Riffs, want the 8 remaining warriors dead or alive and puts a hit out on them. The warriors, not knowing this, make their way to the nearest subway station, ready for the long trip back to Coney Island, when they spot a gang called the Turnbull ACs patrolling the area. They make a dash for it and are chased to the train, narrowly avoiding them. A broadcast is put out on the radio informing everybody about what the warriors have done. Now, with Cleon out of the picture, Swan takes the lead of the gang, and a few stops on the subway they see that the track is on fire, forcing the gang to disembark and proceed on foot. They soon encounter a small gang called the Orphans, who agree to let them pass until a young woman called Mercy shows up, causing trouble, encouraging the 2 gangs to fight. There's a scuffle of sorts and the warriors move on unscathed, and Mercy takes along with them. They get back to the subway further down the line, but the station is crawling with police and they make a run for it. But whilst fighting with the cops, Fox gets knocked onto the tracks and is instantly killed by an oncoming train. The warriors are now split into 2 separate groups. Swan, Ajax, Snow and Cowboy run into another gang called the Baseball Furies. They're chased through the park, but they soon outsmart them, beat them and take their weapons. The other 3 members of the gang, Vermin, Cochise and Rembrandt, arrive at Union Square and are seduced by a group of women, unbeknownst to the warriors that they are in fact another gang called the Lizzies. Meanwhile, in Riverside Park, Swan, Ajax, Snow and Cowboy are leaving the area when Ajax sees a woman sitting at a bench and approaches her and tries it on. Unfortunately for him, she's an undercover cop and he's soon in handcuffs, and when the others walk back to get him, they see it's too late and the police have already got him. Swan walks ahead and sees if the next subway station is safe, and he sees Mercy there waiting for him. She tells him that Fox died during the fight with the officer, and within minutes police turned up at the station and they both jump down on the tracks to try and evade capture. Meanwhile, Vermin, Cochise and Rembrandt are jumped by the Lizzie's gang and escape under a hell of gunfire, but Rembrandt is wounded. So alone together in a tube tunnel, Swan and Mercy start kissing, but Swan backs off and starts insulting her and walks away. A few moments later, all the remaining warriors join up in Union Station, including Mercy, and encounter another gang called the Punks. And that's where I'll leave it. So did I enjoy The Warriors? Well, yes I did. Okay, it's not the most tense film, it's not even gory in any way, shape or form when you consider the stories about gangs and violence and its settings as well, but I did like the character development, and I do like a road movie even if most of it is set on foot. This film was about 95% shot at night and it's surprisingly light and the colours were vibrant. May have been over dramatic at times and cheesy throughout, but it had an engaging story. I would give this film a solid 7 out of 10. Remember, this is just my opinion. You may love it or hate it. It's only a movie. So, do you agree with my score? Leave a comment down below. I will get back to you, I promise. Give the video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel. And subscribe if you haven't. It's all free. Why wouldn't you? And on that note, all that's left to say is thank you for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one.